Kanye West. Okay.
Oh, we talked about the Migos. Which Migo
Oh,
we
yeah, 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 yeah.
leave off?
Yeah.
That's so sad we lost Takeoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad. But anyway.
But okay, just really quickly, do you know what's really sad about that whole situation? Is it that is it sad to say like that kind of stuff still happens? Like, is that fair to say?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff shouldn't happen anymore.
It shouldn't.
You know what I mean?
It should. But go ahead. You said Kanye.
Okay. All right. Do you we can do both, but maybe we want one of them first. Do you want to tell me what you think's going on with Kanye, or do you want to hear what I think's going on with Kanye? Or we can do both, or whatever. But would you rather tell me your theory, or you want to hear my theory?
I'd rather hear yours.
Okay. And understand that also with everything I'm saying, it's 1,000% possible he could have lost his mind. Like I'm not saying that that's not possible, but this is my theory. My theory is that, in a nutshell, when he lost his mother, I mean, I feel like that she was like his, like, I mean, they were like they were everything. They were super connected. And that was his, like, we talked about like what was our kind of our point. That was kind of his. And there's this, he's obviously very into religion. And some people think that they're divinely touched. And if you listen to kind of a lot of his older music and stuff like that, there's a lot of that already kind of in there of him believing that he was here for a reason. And I think a lot of that came from his mom, which is great. That's what your mom should do, right? But then losing her, it kind of lost him. And so, like, when he says things like, he likes certain groups of people and he's cool. And then, in little clips in that interview, we'll hear him say, like, no, I'm accepting everyone. That's what I'm supposed to do as a Christian, is accept everyone. You know what I mean? I feel like he's trying to be this really good Christian, at least in his mind. Like he is doing what he feels like he is told, and that is divine to him about whatever. But there's been a lot of people kind of do that were wrong. You know what I mean? Like somebody, like, this sounds extreme, but like David Koresh.
I was just thinking him.
Right.
I was just thinking David Koresh.
And so,
or Jones Turner.
Yeah. And so it kind of sucks that that's possibly, in my mind, that's could be what's going on. And then, like, he just did all these amazing things, like musically. It's kind of like a little bit being like torn by like Michael Jackson, like, everything that went on allegedly, and then the music,
Right. Well,
what do you think of my theory?
Well, everybody's three people, who they are, who you think they are, and who they really are.
Right.
And that's just the human experience, man. We got shadows, we got egos, we got extra personalities that we use to give us strength when we're not feeling our strongest, or vice versa. And sometimes those roles can overtake your main role, if that makes sense. And I don't know, I can kind of like agree with some things, but once again, you shouldn't have to degrade another group of people to prove your point.
Yeah.
There's bad apples or bad actors in every culture. There's not one that's 100% perfect. Everyone has done something to somebody. But as far as his religious part, he might be a little more ahead of others. There's
And
so much information out there, Scott,
an
that we don't know.
acceptance, you mean? Like an acceptance of people?
Um,
Is that what you mean by ahead of others? Or I would
no, ahead of others as far as information,
okay.
as far as information on this thing called life,
Right.
the music industry, how um symbolism is used in videos to promote um satanic rituals.
Right.
Just keep it a buck. All that stuff is entwined, entwined in the music. And because so many people are in awe with this, it looks super weird that this guy
Yeah.
that was in this group of people and was like one of one now is way over
Yeah.
here. So that's what makes it
That's
look
kind of
odd.
that's kind of how I
Yeah,
feel about it. Yeah.
that's what makes it look like, well, wait a minute, how you
But but
but
again, like to the point, like, so back to it's now going to be named Vibes playlist. I have a song by Kanye West, Can't Tell Me Nothing.
I love that song.
And it's like this. It's like he foretold his life or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that was his manifest like song or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. It's wild. Like
Yeah.
but I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's power in the pen.
Well, it came from somewhere, right?
It's power.
It was up in here.
It's power in the pen, man. Everything, at the end of everything, is a mind. At the end of everything, you're sitting on a chair. Somebody got tired of sitting on the floor.
Mm-hmm. God bless.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That came from somebody. That came from the head, but that also came from somewhere else. And that's what people are not exposed. We're just not exposed to that information. And
well,
that
you have to
information
go
can
find
change.
it, right? Would that be fair?
You have to seek it.
Yeah,
you do. You do. You have to know that you know nothing, and you have to go and find what you don't know.
All I know is I know nothing.
I have that on my refrigerator. That's funny. That's why she's tripping. Oh. I have that. I have that taped on my refrigerator.
Do you ever see that? Did you ever see that episode of Ozark? Did you ever watch Ozark?
Not familiar.
So it was a show on it was a show on Netflix. Anyways, and this character on the show goes, I don't know dick about shit. And I was like, yeah, that's about right. You know what I mean?
That's what I say all the time. All I know is I know nothing at all.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.